In my secret laboratory, I'm building a business to save the world. Save the world is a silly phrase. It means nothing. It's just a meme button. Like Nabokov said of the word reality, save the world is a phrase that should never be written without quotation marks. What I'm really doing is making a web-based platform to improve socioeconomic standards worldwide. That is, you can get rich, no matter who you are, no matter how you define rich. Although it's secret now, when it launches, it will set a new standard in business transparency, so that the whole world can kick its tires. I call it Business Tantra. What is Tantra? In operational terms, that is, what you do, what effect you have, your understanding of a philosophical principle is at least as important as if you believed the principle in the first place. It's like aiming a telescope, or aiming a laser. Move it a tiny bit, and the target can change dramatically, over distance or time. Take the Buddhist truth about the conundrum of suffering. It's a common problem. It's somehow tied up with desire. There's a solution to the problem, but what is the solution? If you decide to eliminate suffering by eliminating desire, you end up eliminating pleasure. You may succeed, but only by eliminating experience. If, however, you take the tack of eliminating suffering through fulfilling all desire, it's like walking or dance. You may be constantly off balance. You may never quite arrive. But this attitude is a stimulant to creativity, and grace happens. On paper, Zeno's arrow never reaches the target. But by some weird miraculous property of so-called reality, arrows constantly reach targets. This is how the wish-fulfilling gem can be realized. The wish-fulfilling gem comes from a Buddhist story about an item that can fulfill all wishes all the time. Talk about a pearl of great price. So I'm building a business on the principle of the wish-fulfilling gem. It's designed to solve the problems of poverty, housing, education, healthcare, energy, food, and infrastructure worldwide. Health, wealth, happiness, standards of living are overlapping, interpenetrating, interdependent spheres. If you make enough money, and you don't have cancer or malaria, you have a car and a toilet, are you happy? Not necessarily. If you're not happy and you're not sick, are you healthy? Not entirely. So, standard of living isn't based only on monetary wealth. Many people in first world countries are unhappy, and this has to do with myriad areas: how we live, how we work, what we eat, our relationships with each other, business, everything. So to universally improve standards of living, this demographic has to be addressed too, as do animals and plants. We need an ecosystemic application. The business we are cobbling together in Crazy Wisdom Labs is called Self-Port. We will be branding the term self. Who am I? I am you. The molecules I breathe out, you breathe in. Our quarks are entangled. I cannot really be happy unless you're happy. Buckminster Fuller had the notion that many of the problems we face today come from one commonly believed but wrong idea, that there's not enough resources to go around. Through industry, technological evolution, this becomes ever less true. This is an example of how a single idea, a principle, has enormous operational implications. If that single attitude could be shifted, and it was widely known that there are sufficient resources to enable universal wealth, then the vast machine of economy, politics, business turns from predatory practices to problems of distribution, and technological creativity accelerates, producing products Bucky called livingry. These products solve the problems of history that 10,000 years of weapons could not. Universal enrichment is the solution to terror. Business and technology then accelerates, which solves environmental problems. We'll cover that more in Chapter 2. For now, we just want to point out that this is the atmosphere in which we live. This is happening. It is a wave, and self is a business and a brand that wants to surf this tsunami.
She loves it. It's her favorite thing.
Yeah, we do that with the kids, but it's not as dramatic. They don't have as big a teeth.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, man, totally.